mentioned, the Rick Minutes, you guys are doing that, but I did want to touch on some other episodes that are happening in season 2. One of them that seems interesting, and it might just be a bit. It seems you guys are running like 2 parallel universes on top of each other. Did I make that up? That's in the trailer. It looked like it was 2 segments, one on top of another.
Oh, you're talking about with the split screen.
Yeah.
There's 2 things. No.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's a pilot episode, and not to give any spoilers away, but what happens is Rick, when he froze time at the end of season 1, what we discover is he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with time at all. So when he unfreezes it, he tells the kids, just don't do any stupid shit and we'll be fine, but if you do some stupid shit, we're going to be in trouble. We have time sickness that's going to last for a certain amount of time, and it could fracture our possibilities and cause all this trouble. So that's that episode. Is like, of course, somebody fucks up, and then it fractures into 2, and then 4, and then as you watch the episode, it just continues and continues, and it turns into what became one of the hardest things for our animators to deal with ever in the history of the show. Because,
It's very interesting because, like, you mentioned the time thing, and I remember, I think when the show first started, you guys had talked about it, and you guys didn't want to play with time too much because of the obvious title reference to another very famous time-traveling deal that we don't necessarily have to name.
But also because time travel is a real shark jumper.
Yes, it is.
Once you introduce into the canon of your show, it's just a dangerous toy to pull out.
So we can definitely, it's not something, time travel itself is not something you guys might be doing soon.
Here's what's great about the first episode of season 2 is that it's a cautionary tale of why you don't fuck with time. And by the way, Rick never traveled. None of them traveled in time. All they did was pause time.
Right.
It fractures time, so they're in a space where they have become theoretical instead of real.
Yeah.
Although your keen-eyed viewer will notice that Rick in his garage has a box that's labeled time travel.
Yeah, because that's some shit he's been trying to work
Yeah,
on.
That's the joke, is that it's on the shelf.
Yeah, yeah. It's on the shelf. Much like your script at Fox. You fucking piece of shit hack.
You fucking piece of
You
garbage.
Can you iris in right now?
Just kidding. He doesn't have a fucking Fox deal.
No, he doesn't, because he's a piece of shit.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
Who would buy his
Fucking
dumb
shit.
pitch about a guy that's his own grandpa?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I got an idea. There's a popular guy, and then there's a...
I got an idea. Get out of town. Drive an Uber.
At least I'm on a boat.
Well, we have to wrap up soon, but I got 2 more things I want to hit on.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first is, there are threads you guys laid down in the first one. We see that definitely there's continuity that plays through it. But the one big one, there's the Council of Rick's episode.
Can I just interrupt? Are you going to say Evil Morty?
You know I am.
Son of a bitch.
That's one of the big things that people want to see.
So you're not going to give it to him?
Here's the thing. No. Listen, we've got at least 5-6 years before the comet hits Earth.
Well,
so I say we'll hit Evil Morty
we probably talked about Evil Morty in that writer's room more than we actually spent working on episodes that aired. And I think the very wise decision that we made after talking that much about Evil Morty was that none of it was coming from a place of joy.
Yep.
It was
or just inspiration.
It's more when things get that academic and it starts to feel like the last few episodes of Mork and Mindy when he meets Cal from Uranus or whatever, and it turns into this drama serialized thing.
Or Alf. Remember in Alf?
The aliens take him up at the end.
Remember when Alf's girlfriend shows up?
I want to smoke some crack, Alf.
Oh, jeez, Willie.
I need some more champagne and crack.
Oh, man, Willie, I
Google
want some
actor
Alf.
Max Wright.
Hashtag Max Wright.
But no,
more like Max Wright.
I've said this a couple times today. I think that we've left a lot of sweater threads. Is that it? Sweater or little loose ends, little dangly dangles that we're gonna come back to.
We're in no rush.
Yeah, we're in no rush. Because and when you watch season 2, you'll see why. You'll be like, oh my god, they can go anywhere, they can do anything. There's an infinite amount of locations, characters, and stories to tell. So we'll be good to go for a while. And I think when we want to come back to something really cool like Evil Morty, I want to make sure I know what's his motivation, what's his backstory, what's going on, and it has to be inspired, and it can't be forced. And it can't be joyless. It's got to be like something. Either I come to the room and I go, okay, I got really high this weekend, on crack and heroin, and like I had like 8 hookers, and like I came up
Anyway,
with this amazing
what was my
idea.
point?
I had this amazing idea where I don't do any of that.
Yeah,
by the
I
way.
mean, you want it to come from a place. You don't want it to circumscribe your narrative. You don't want
Yeah,
to draw pen in the whole show with an Evil Morty narrative. You want If Evil Morty comes back, he should be more like Aberdolf Linkler, and it's like, oh, I remember him. Without.
Which, by the way,
fencing in the
Aberdolf
whole
Linkler's
series.
another one. Now he's got Chris Romano as his partner. They're
Yeah.
gonna come back at some
Well,
point.
I mean,
yeah.
the thing is, yeah, instead of going back to those people, though there are characters from season 1 that do come back. Like I've said, the panel, maybe
What
not the most
else are we
beloved
gonna
ones.
do?
But the universe continues to expand and the mythology grows, and so you're like, oh, there's like all kinds of stuff.
Dude, think
going
about
on. Evil Morty's out there
Crumbropulous
somewhere. and
Michael's
excuse
wife.
me.
Oh, sorry.
I was
God,
done.
I'm so sorry.
Just
I
had
am
enough of your
so
shit.
oh my God, I'm so
Just
sorry.
skip it right back and go again and
That big fat
harmonize
thing.
with Kale
The
and
crab
let us
monster.
to
And
a
Toby
boat
Loops.
on an island
And the girl next door.
Well, on
And
that
A turtle with lion claws.
note, on that note, I'm afraid we're gonna have to wrap up.
What? What?
Sorry.
we just
getting
got
warmed up.
settled
Yeah.
here.
But
You got your Dyson cool.
We're
You
5
got
miles
the
from
thing
shore.
where I'm getting seasick from the boat rocking.
all right.
And that's all you're gonna give us? I'm pissed.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, guys.
More like
this is Kevin
comic
Matteo,
cunt.
CBR TV. Stay tuned for more in the future.